finished listening to the messiest book ever. Listen to Cutthroat by Octavia Grant. Finally, I found it on Audible and I finished listening to it, I think within like 5 days or 6 days. It was interesting, if that's the right word to describe it. Let's get into it. So Eden is a devoted wife. But she's also hardworking. She's climbing the corporate ladder. She's establishing herself within her field. But she's very devoted because she comes back home. She's tired from work. She prepares 2 separate meals because her husband is a vegetarian and has been a vegetarian for the past decade. Until one day, Eden runs into her husband on what seems like a date with another woman. There he is, fork in his hand, eating steak off that fork. Eden is shocked. She cannot believe her eyes. She feels betrayed. She feels absolutely betrayed. But in that moment, she's calm. She doesn't act. She doesn't respond. And Eden goes into this world now where she's planning her revenge, where she's really trying to hurt him as much as he has hurt her. And to be fair, what that man did was messed up. Like, when you get into the book and you get the details of this affair that he was having, he messed up. Like, it is the biggest betrayal. Like, that man has no boundaries. He didn't, I don't think for a second he really sat there and considered her. So my girl is on the mode for revenge. She is plotting, she is thinking, she is planning. And from there, it's just pure chaos. Everybody's just hurting everybody. Everybody's being led by emotions. But with that, I got to see family dynamics also play out from Eden's family in terms of what was happening in her own family that has led to this moment where she runs into her husband eating steak off another woman's fork on a date. But also, I got to see what was happening for him and his own family dynamics and history, that he got to be an unfaithful man. And I guess it's not an excuse, but it kind of puts things into perspective in terms of what's been happening. This book, it's a book where every single character, there are more characters outside of Eden and her husband, every single character is absolutely led by emotions, in the sense that when they act out, when they make decisions, everything is just led by whatever emotions they're feeling at that time, and that causes hurt to the next person. It also feels quite impulsive. Like, the characters are impulsive in the decisions they're making because they just have a goal in mind and they're going to do whatever it takes to get that goal, from Eden to her husband to her other family members to his other family members. But it's also sad looking at the history of both their family dynamics and how it has possibly shaped and influenced the people that they have become. And I must say, for Eden, I felt like in terms of the influence from her family dynamic was how to be a good wife, what to do to be a good wife, like the acts of service that you do to show that you're a good wife, and her perception of marriage and how it was informed by her parents, but also how her perception was so limited because she didn't really have the ins and outs of her parents' relationship. And for her husband, his own perception of marriage and relationships, to be quite honest, I felt like Eden was something of convenience to him, and the marriage served as a convenience, and also because of the type of wife that Eden was. And I think from there we see how his decision making comes into place, how he got to be with this other woman, why that woman specifically, what about her character attracted him to her, and things like that. The audiobook wasn't too long. To be fair, I did play it on like 1.5 speed, and I think it was around 5 hours or something like that. So it's not too long, and it's one of those books that when you're listening to, you don't want to put it down because you're just like, what is going to happen next? But at the same time, it can become predictable in that you get the gist of the book. Everybody's just trying to hurt someone else, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Everybody's trying to get revenge. People are doing things that are going to serve them. Everybody's led by emotions. So it gets predictable in the sense that you can tell that it's not going to get better. It's just going to get messier and messier. You just don't know what's going to happen. It really is quite a book to listen to and to engage with. I mean, I think half of the time I had my mouth wide open, like, what is going on? Why did you do that? Jeez, oh my gosh, not again. Those were my reactions, and I don't want to stop listening to it. I just wanted to listen to more, to more. It's the type of book that when you're listening to or reading, I feel like it completely draws you into this world where it's completely unrealistic, it's chaotic. It's one of those things where you're like, come on, I know this is not happening in real life. I'm sure it has happened, but I think it's rare for people to go to those levels and extents to do the things that they were doing. I absolutely think it's worth reading or listening to. My rating for it is a 4-star. The reason that it's a 4-star, it's because, like I said, it just becomes predictable. I don't think it's the best writing ever. I think it's just a fun, quick read book. An excellent, absolutely excellent book to get you out of a reading slump. I think it's a good book if you're looking for a quick read or a quick listen. I think it's also a good book for people that enjoy like TV shows or series or reality shows where it's just filled with drama, and that's the type of like media you like consuming. I think you'll really enjoy this one. I think also if you enjoy books that are absolutely unrealistic from everyday life and how people operate, I guess the average person might operate in this world, that's the type of book that you might also enjoy. Let me know if you've ever listened or read Cutthroat and what were your thoughts on it. And if you're looking for a messy book, this is definitely the book to pull out, to read, to listen to. It is so messy. I still cannot believe it. Like Octavia Grant, girl, what were you thinking writing this one? What were you thinking?